All right. Nisha Lauren, B. Sky, Jay Shanice, Beautiful Jones, Mahogany 742, K8107, Low Red 10, Nubian Queen. Yo, Jay, what's good, Brody? What's good, Brody? Woo's up? Beautiful Jones, Keely, Eloy. Excuse me if I mispronounced that. Easy. Honey this, honey that. All right, yeah, we about to get into Venus and Sagittarius for all signs. Okay, it's Venus Day. I don't want to hold y'all up too long, but I do want y'all to understand these influences. I did tell y'all that by the time Venus gets into 3 degrees Sagittarius, I was going to be here to let y'all understand the influence that comes with Venus and Sagittarius. And I want y'all to all know how this is going to be influencing your sun sign. All right, so whatever Venus gets to a fire sign, should get spicy, should get a little bit more electrifying dynamic with our love life. So let's just say it that much. For y'all that got Venus and fire up in this chat, y'all already know y'all could be real expressive and dynamic of the way y'all relate y'all feelings, of the way y'all want to receive the love, all right? Of the way you want to exchange the love. So we're gonna dive deep into it. I'm gonna give it one more minute for y'all to get up in here. Y'all hear what's playing right now. Y'all hear what's playing right now. Because a lot of motherfuckers is going to have to call Tyrone these next motherfucking 2 months. A lot of niggas going to have to call their homie like, hey, bro, shorty ain't having it right now. Says she wants something new. Says she ain't feeling the way I'm expressing myself. Love need a new spark. So a lot of niggas gonna be calling their homie, gonna have to sleep on the couch right now, because it's gonna be some things that's gonna be transformed with our love language and how we're relating our feelings and emotions right now. All right, a lot of motherfuckers gonna be calling Tyrone. I'm telling you that right now. Kiddo Cutie Pie, Big Slat, Shayna V, Lydia Marisol, the Ivy Way LLC, Truly Blessed Tasia, KK, Kem, Maya P. I hope you saved this live. I gotta go do my test. Yup. This is going up on YouTube after that. Mrs. WKD, Rastafarian Monk. Alright, so let's get right into it. Alright, so like I said, it's Venus Day. I don't want to keep y'all on here for too late. So for the most part, when we talk about Venus, alright, when we talk about Venus, we know Venus represents how we love, how we connect, how we relate our feelings. Venus represents our pleasures. So wherever Venus is at is where we're gonna be, where we seek pleasures, where we're trying to connect to our pleasures. Our pleasures could be people, places, and things. Venus represents our value, our self-esteem. All right. Our Venus also shows us the value we feel like we have to offer to the world. We could see that in the 2nd house, and we could see that where Venus is at. All right. Now, with Venus being all of these energies, depending on what energy, what sign she is where how she's gonna be trying to find her pleasures. All right, how she's gonna be trying to connect to the people, places, and things that she loves or makes it feel good at the moment. All right, so when she gets up into a new sign, she's gonna have a new way of dealing with her pleasures. She's gonna have a new way of dealing with her values. So this is the shift we're gonna have to make, because right now we're being influenced to value, appreciate, and support a new energy at the moment. Whenever Venus gets into a new sign, that's also an influence that we need to, that's also an energy that we need to be looking at it as, okay, universe wants us to learn to value and appreciate and support, relate, connect to this area more, all right? So with that being said, the thing about Venus, her representing what we love, what we like, what makes us feel good, our pleasures. This is why we need to be able to have discernment. We need to be able to place restrictions and limitations on the things, the people, places, and things that we love. You know, spirituality is deep because, you know, with all the programs we got going on in the world, whether it's racism programs, you know, thirsty ass motherfucking secret society families that rule the world, thirsty for power programs, you know, all type of programs. And one thing that a lot of us revert back to saying that we all need, all right, to raise the awareness or to get humanity on the same page is love. We have to be real conscious when we say that. We have to be very conscious when we say things like that. Like, all we need is love. Because if we not understanding the opposite spectrums of energies, then we're not understanding what we could be influenced by, what we could experience. All right? People want love, don't understand what love is. Okay? People want love but lack self-love. Need to work more, and it's okay. And it's okay. Nobody's motherfucking perfect. Oh, okay, you came into this world with some fucking insecurities, and you gotta learn to love yourself some more. All right, it's all good. You consciously aware of that. You manifested a relationship that showed you that. It's all good. It's all good. That's what you're here to do. You're here to do some work. You're here to do some karmic work. So one of your problems may just be that you got to work with some more self-esteem. You know, you got to learn to shatter some insecurities other motherfuckers that had insecurities threw on you. You got to learn to shatter that. You got to learn to prevent more, to create more programs within yourself to prevent them things in the future. All right. So as spirits, we all have different, you know, things to learn here. But when we're talking about the Venus energy, that love energy, if we don't understand that other aspect of what happens when we don't practice moderation, balance, or have any form of restriction, limitation, discernment, some boundaries with our love, we end up in all type of motherfucking lost situations with our feelings and emotions. We end up in all different type of situations because we got so emotionally invested into something we loved, a person, place, or thing. All right? I think I said this a minute ago. I think I said this a minute ago. A lot of motherfuckers that's locked up right now for murder is motherfuckers killing their wives, motherfuckers killing their husbands over love, not understanding the consciousness and the true frequency vibration of it. So with great power comes great responsibility. With a strong energy comes being able to have the awareness of what you're dealing with. All right. So that's not me saying beautiful things can't manifest out of love. I'm definitely not saying that, all right? But a lot of transformation can truly manifest out of it at the same time, especially when you're not able to see the bigger perspective, the bigger, broader picture of how you love. Especially when you're not able to extract the wisdom from the experiences of your relationships and you're not applying them to your next relationships. And that's the theme with Venus and Sagittarius, all right? Because everything that falls into Sagittarius is going to have a Jupiter influence. It's going to be something that we need to expand on spiritually. It's going to be something we need to learn, okay? So when Venus comes into Sagittarius, the way we love, the way we relate, all of that, we want to expand on it. Everything with Jupiter and Sagittarius is dealing with expanding. That's mutable fire. Sagittarius want to exchange their knowledge and wisdom. They want to enlighten others. They want to be taught. They want to have relationships that they could do these things. And their creativity and their ways of thinking or the beliefs that they may develop about things, the philosophies they may develop about things, they don't like having relationships or friendships that, you know, place restrictions on these things or make them feel like they can't express these things. All right, that's what's going to make a Sagittarius sneak the fuck away and escape and not want to be around these environments of people. This is the energy Venus is in right now. That's the energy Venus is in right now. Venus wants to value how she could expand her love right now. When it comes to people, places, and things that Venus wants to connect to, right now we don't want no restriction with them. Right now we want to connect to these people, places, and things when we want to. Right now we're being very expressive of what we value, but we have to utilize this transit to be able to see the bigger, broader perspective of other people, places, and things that we connect to. This transit, we have to leave this transit being able to have a whole new awareness about our values, what negative values we have, all right? What habits we've developed from connecting to certain people, places, and things that we value, all right? So let's run down some themes. I'm gonna just run down through the signs, all right? I'm gonna throw this up on YouTube. Don't want to keep y'all up too late, all right? It's Venus Day, perfect alignment to get these energies out, all right? So Venus and Sagittarius. This is a time where we're gonna be craving freedom with our values, what we love, our forms of expression, all right? So when it comes down to forms of expression, that's on all levels. It's fire, y'all. Whenever we dealing with fire energy, family, you have to understand that's dealing with visions, futuristic, being able to see, all right? Being able to deal with a thought, an idea, all right? Whenever you in that manifestation process and you just brainstorming and you seeing different potentials, that's all fire energy right there. And this is what fire signs do it on 247. They motherfucking seeing their vision, seeing how things play out. But they're with the sun and fire, they're also influenced to take action on it. So this is why I say fire signs, they act, express, push out first, then they think later. Let it resonate later. See what that shit was hitting for later. But it's their natural energy to want to put that into a raw expression. Now, so this is what we're going to be valuing. This is what we're going to be valuing right now. When it comes to how you creatively express yourself, you're going to be valuing this more than ever right now. If you're in a relationship, in an environment where your forms of expression are restricted, family, at this point, you ain't having it these next 2 months. You ain't playing that shit this next 2 months, because universe is telling you to appreciate and support the way you express yourself more. Stop allowing your beliefs and what you know, your knowledge and wisdom, Sagittarius, Jupiter, stop allowing that to be restricted because of the relationships and environments you're around. Let people shine that light. Let people feel that fire. It's mutable fire. Let people feel that. Let people see your creativity. Learn to value and appreciate that more. All right? So that's a heavy thing with this Venus and Sagittarius energy. This is going to be a great energy for a lot of us. Like I said, a lot of us that may deal with insecurities, whether it's a relationship, whether it's maybe you in a position in career, maybe you even in a position in career, you're dealing with certain authorities or something. You can't creatively express yourself the way you want to. You're not in positions to apply the information you have, the wisdom you have to your work for how you do things. You're restricted to work in this certain type of way. Like you're gonna feel the need to lash out in these situations. So it's also important that we're conscious about our circumstances and understanding that we have to be practical about how we express ourselves, because it's a strong ass energy. When Venus gets into fire, it is strong here. Wherever she at, she values. So if it's forms of expression, you can't always just control that. When you feel like expressing yourself, you're gonna feel like expressing yourself. And this is a time where people that that aren't that comfortable expressing themselves about to motherfucking express themselves. Motherfuckers you ain't hear shit from, you go hear what they like, what they love, what they appreciate, how you be fucking it up, how you be coming in the way. Cause don't nobody want no restrictions from these things right now. Everybody want these things to be free spirited, okay? That's why I said a lot of motherfuckers gonna be cheating. A lot of relationships gonna be going through transformation, because people gonna feel like they want more. People gonna be feeling like they want to expand more in their values. They're gonna have a relationship they value. They're gonna feel like they gotta add on to it in some type of way or seek something new. So we gotta be real conscious. We gotta be real conscious how we moving right now. So craving freedom. That's another word. That's another theme to throw out here. Freedom. Having freedom with our love, all right? Craving freedom with our values, what we love, forms of expression, okay? This is gonna be a period this is gonna be a period where we will all be influenced to experience new pleasures. All right, once again, Venus represents our pleasures, people, places, and things that make us feel good. So this is a time that you're not really gonna be hesitant to connect to these things. You're not gonna really be hesitant to relate to that person. So you gotta really be able to catch yourself to see when you about to just fly off, the handle just because of a potential of what you see that's about to feel good. Fire signs, once again, wants to act, and they could get enticed by forms of expression. They could be enticed by forms of creativity. So anything that could gravitate you towards that things, you gotta be wise about what you're connecting to, just because it make you feel good at the moment right now. All right. This is a time for all of us to be more wise about what we choose to connect to and what we value. All right, Jupiter wants us to look at our values from a more broader perspective. Jupiter wants to be more wise about what we're valuing. With Venus just being in Sagittarius, understand that you were subconsciously about to be placed in a lot of experiences to let us see our values, to let us see what we've been valuing and loving. And Jupiter's gonna give us opportunities to be like, well, at this point, it ain't no opportunities to fix shit. Like, at this point, if you attach to a person, place, or thing, and you overdo it, You love this person, you love this person, place, or thing. You value this person, place, or thing, but you don't know how to practice balance. You overdo it. You overcompensate. You always want to dive into it. You always want to have it when you have it. Get that shit. Figure it out tonight. Figure it out tonight, family. We 3 degrees. We in here. There's no more cusp energies. There's no more 1-2 degree energies. Once a planet gets into 3 degrees energy, that's it. We fully into this energy now. So Venus is here trying to have the time of her life with all forms of experiences. Things that you've been wanting to experience that you may have had on the back burner, or you may felt like you couldn't do it or whatnot. It's like you're going to find ways to connect to these things right now. You're going to go out your way to find resources to connect to these things right now. All right? Now, this is another important key. Shout out to Love Ashley for the donation. I appreciate it. I appreciate all y'all donations. You already know that. I mean it sincerely. All right, so appreciate that. This is another important theme right here. We may be impatient connecting to our values. All right, and we may go to the extremes to defend our knowledge and wisdom and forms of education right now. Sagittarius represents, Sagittarius rules education. Sagittarius governs all forms of education. People with heavy Sagittarius placements can even if they're not on the spiritual tip, these people could well be people that are well versed with degrees or whatnot, or forms of education, or was very, aggressive and curious towards, seeing the life experiences that come with these credentials, or just wanting to seek higher forms of education, period. So right now, we're in the state of going to the extremes for what we love right now. We're going to the state of going to the extremes of it. Like on a regular basis, when you would probably be a little bit more logical about something that you connected to right now, it's fire. So it's going off the feeling of it. It's going off of the potential of what it feel and see it could be. It's all dealing with visions right now. So you gotta be careful and be a little logical. Like, okay, all right, this made me feel good. Boom, 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 boom. All right, but when it comes to Jupiter, Sagittarius ruling, all right, forms of education. Because we're in a state of wanting to value, appreciate, and support our knowledge and wisdom so much right now, when we express ourselves right now in some type of shape or form, we could take things personal when people don't align with our belief system right now, when people don't align with the things that we want to creatively express. This is why this is not a time to be in no type of environments or be relating to people that aren't open-minded, or people that have the potential to shoot your spirit down, because you really not gonna like that shit right now. You really not gonna like it right now, family. Like you have a certain belief, you have a certain aspiration, all right. You see the potential of yourself doing something, and you want to relate it, or y'all know the moments, family. Y'all know the moments when you got a friend or something needs to hear some advice. They need to hear it. Like, they need to hear this. Like, this is vital information that if you don't give it to them, universe gonna drop this shit in their life in a negative way, in a turbulent, transformative way sooner or later. But their personality. You know how they are when people try to teach them. They take it personal. They take it a certain type of way. Like right now with this influence. This is the time where like, be careful how you go out your way trying to enlighten others to things, because people can feel a vulnerability. People can feel a vulnerability with their knowledge and wisdom, so it may come off like, all right, you trying to teach me this. Does it look like my form of expression don't got some knowledge and wisdom? Does it look like my form of expression, ain't making sense right now? That's how people could take things right now. But especially if you're in any state of people trying to challenge things that things that you personally experience, do not go out your way trying to this ain't the time to because that type of energy can turn turbulent right now. It can be transformative. this is a time to really learn how to like drop seeds on people and not go out your way trying to explain shit. Like, some of y'all got younger siblings, you know, work with kids, work with children, have children of your own, and it's like, y'all know sometimes y'all can't try to get a child or whatnot to develop a whole concept, or to grasp the whole concept of something you're trying to teach them. But and you got to be a little creative and find ways to drop a seed on them or something. Or even with our friends, at times we have to find ways to know how to say something. So just know that it's gonna resonate later. Like, damn, my homie used to tell me that all the time. Or boom, boom, boom. Sometimes we gotta just do that. Understand that the shit ain't gonna resonate right then and there, but we gotta help our friend out, our child out, our homie out, whatever, our partner out, to drop that seed on them so it could resonate and grow. That's like, we gotta be in that type of energy instead of trying to go out your way to express your knowledge and wisdom because you feeling vulnerable with people trying to challenge your aspirations, your creative expressions, how you're gonna go about creatively expressing yourself, like your aspirations and ideas to do these things. Yeah, I've been mad defensive lately. This makes sense. Yup. Especially if you got Checha, you got Libra alignments. Especially if you got like, cause so that's like a sextile to this energy. So you got the gift. Well, we gonna get into the signs. We got to get into the signs. Dana Simone, woo, I wish I would have noticed this earlier today. The lady pissed me off. Yeah, like, you know, people are just, it's a real you're not about to shit on my form of expression type of energy. It's that type of energy. You go to a Sagittarius and try to tell them they don't know what they know. See, tell me what happens next. Tell me what happens next. You go find you a sun, moon, rising Sagittarius, and you go tell them that like they knowledge of wisdom don't mean shit or don't got no substance. You come back to me and tell me how that ended. So now we got Venus in there. There's way more appreciation to that. There's way more feelings invested in how we and in our knowledge and wisdom. Like, so it comes with more of a state of vulnerability. All right. And we're going to be valuing our experiences and forms of learning and spirituality overall. Okay, so this is definitely going to be a time where, like I said, because you're valuing experiences, new experiences, we're craving new things, new locations. Sagittarius rules travel. It rules foreign land, foreign culture. So just right now, because we're valuing and appreciating all these things, when it comes to our spiritual path, period, when it comes to the things that we've learned, period, things that we've experienced this whole year, right now we're going to be in a state of trying to get more aligned with these things, trying to find more of the meaning and reasoning, and see how we could develop, spiritually expand from these things right now. Okay, and let me see. Right now I'm currently uploading on YouTube. I'm currently uploading a video for for the Great Conjunction on December 21st. So that's about to be up in a few, however long this takes to upload. The upload like for that motherfucking 45 minutes now. It's only 55%. But anyways, yeah. So that energy is I'm gonna save that for that video. But for the most part, we're already in a state. We're in a huge spiritual shift right now, family. Y'all can see that we in a whole shift right now. This whole year. Do we need to go through the timeline of events? Do we have to see the shit that's being broken down? The shit that that you could be able to depend on in society that you can't depend on anymore. So right now, our knowledge and wisdom, it's always been that important, but right now it's more important than ever. And we have to understand how things in our physical reality could blossom from these things. This Venus and Sagittarius transit is helping us to value, connect, and relate more to these things. This transit is helping us to connect and relate to the people, places, and things, environments that help us to blossom in that way. All right? To help us find some spiritual expansion. People that don't put no ceilings on these things. All right, so let's get into the signs. All right? Now, Aries. All right? Aries, you guys are going to have the gift and the ability to express your values in a harmonious or creative way. All right, you guys are fire. This energy is in fire. So by natural alignment, you already correlate to the energy of expression. All right, but it's Venus energy. So when it comes to your values, what you appreciate, okay, you're going to be seen as an individual for how you deal with your values, and you're going to have more creative ways to correlate your values to others. And that's the thing. As an Aries, y'all don't really deal with Venus energy well. Okay, when it comes to relating your passions or relating your self-intent, like y'all, it's hard for y'all to do that because y'all so passionate and direct, and y'all like, what's the point? Why everybody else should have their own personal intent and their own personal goals, passions, intentions? What the fuck? Why I gotta relate my shits or find ways to correlate it with other people? Or why do I have to consider other people for my personal passions? That's the Aries archetype off rip. So right now, this energy is gonna help y'all to find ways to relate y'all values. All right. Find ways to express the things that y'all love, be more and have your individuality be seen more for these things, okay? And even when it comes to, you know, communication, your relationships, even be able to relate how you feel, because Aries, we also know that is vulnerable as well. All right, relating your feelings, relating more subconscious energies. But this is going to be more of a harmonious time for you to do these things. All right, Taurus, reevaluating what you value and seeing the bigger picture to your pleasures. Okay, Taurus. So you already deal with values ruled by Venus. All right, Taurus. Since the day you come in here, you're already seeing what you want to connect to you're already gauging people, places, and things to see what can play out as a support system. All right. You naturally are a support system yourself. You naturally manifest people that lean on you with your practical approaches to your life, through the ways you naturally learn how to build security and stability. All right, so people already lean on you for these type of things. But right now, when it comes to seeing the things you've attached yourself to, the people, places, and things that you value, Taurus, the things that make you feel good at times, you don't take that much time out to see if the things that's making you feel good, if they a detriment or not. At times, it's Venus energy. You want to receive the love, so it's like once you receive the pleasures, you're like, okay, this is what I want in my physical reality. Let's make sure this keep consistently coming. Hey, brother, talking about how people with cardinal risings and moons are doing through this transit. All right, bet. Right now, we're going through all the suns for right now. So, yeah. So Taurus is. You guys, when something makes y'all feel good, off rip, y'all seen how to practically, strategically, consistently keep it in your schedule, in your regimen, in your physical reality, in your home. Okay? It's like, all right, everything is where Earth becomes serious, practical, and can align down to material possessions. So Taurus, right now, there's some attachments you may have to certain things. Maybe some material possessions you put in way too much value over. Maybe relationships that you're valuing more the stability or what comes from it, but not understanding how it's weighing on your emotional well-being. But you're looking at the practical resources out of this relationship, or what you're associating yourself with, or the environment you're in, or whatnot. So right now, this is the time to be more wise about your values, who you connected to, all right? And, reevaluating these things, all right, Taurus? You're already seen as an example for self-esteem, Taurus, for expressing what you're good at, for making something out of your gifts and what you brought into this world. So y'all got to continue to be more wiser how y'all express these things and continue being an example for that. All right, Taurus? It's definitely true. I know someone that's like that right now, and it's a lot to be around. Yeah. Taurus moon resonates. Yup. Gemini. This is having your intellect underestimated and having your values rejected or opposed. All right? This is a whole 180 degree angle. It's completely opposite from your natural energy. So your natural energy is dealing with the facts, logic, all right? Being flexible and adaptable and being able to relate with all forms, with different types of forms of communication and different type of relationships, all right? And that helps you create opportunities, all right, to, connect to more people, network more things, align the things you're creatively into the external realm, okay? But right now, we're valuing spirituality more. Right now, we're valuing what the wisdom we've gained from our experiences. You naturally deal with the intellect, logic, and your relationships. I already said in the new moon reading in my YouTube, new moon in Sagittarius, I said, Geminis, you guys got to learn to do a whole 180 flip right now with all the things you experience with your relationships, all that wisdom you done gained, especially this year. Y'all done learned so much through relationships this year about yourselves. And how is that going to be, how are you going to use that wisdom to be a new foundation for you right now? All right? So with this type of energy, y'all being logical about things, y'all expressing the details about things, it's going to come off opposing to others. It's going to come off like you throwing too much air into fire. Fire deals with creativity. Fire deals with aspirations. Fire deals with intuition. Fire deals with, you know, that Sagittarius fire deal with belief. All right? Vision, seeing. When you start adding too much air into that shit, you start fucking shit up. All right, you start fucking shit up. This is why certain fire signs. This how fire signs be clashing with air signs. Y'all could Google, oh, fire, air signs, they sextile each other. Yeah, they compatible. Yeah, fire and air signs is compatible. Fire does need air to travel. AKA air signs help fire signs learn how to relate their creativity, and fire signs know how to light a fire up in air signs' asses to help them feel like to inspire them to take more action and be more expressive of things that they have in their mind and their ideas. But when we talk about at the same time, fire signs, they clash with air signs because fire signs be mad. Fire signs be mad inspirational, be mad creative, and then a motherfucking air sign, motherfucking Libra like me come around talking about like, yeah, bro, well, who do you know that you can relate that to get that off the ground? Like, and how much money that's gonna take for that? Boom, boom, boom. But like, yeah, but you know the way that's creative. But you know the way people think nowadays. You know they ain't really. You a fucking air sign come around and start throwing too much logic into the shit, and fire signs is like, yo, chill with that shit. All right. So right now for Geminis, okay. It's learning that logic, you being real direct with details of things and trying to put things into boxes and square, that right now that might kill other people's form of creativity and aspirations. It might seem like you're throwing too much details at things, and that all that information, all that logic is starting to limit how somebody feels about their goals, how somebody feels like they can express and achieve something right now, Gemini. You need to jump into the energy right now of learning how to have more motherfucking belief right now, Gemini. All right? At times, you got some Geminis that's so goddamn creative, all right? But that Mercury energy will have you overthink the things you want to express to the point that, you know, your forms of creativity, like, it don't even, that starts getting neglected because you overthinking your forms of creativity. Like, creativity never, mixing too much logic into something you're creatively doing, sometimes that'd be fucking shit up. Creativity's raw, alright? So yeah, Gemini, that's what you really want to understand. Y'all end up becoming the jack of all trades in so many different ways because of all the relationships you develop and the ways you know how to get around. But the things about y'all, once y'all start gaining information on how to network certain things and connect certain things, y'all can start just developing certain systems on how to, like, that. This the way things work. This information I got is what works now, Gemini. We got to be more in a state of expanding from what you know, like. That's what Sagittarius and Geminis gotta both understand. Like, y'all both don't know nothing. Y'all both gotta come here to learn. So it's like Sagittarius is wise, but y'all get caught up sometimes thinking y'all know everything. And in Geminis, you feel me? Y'all be shooting down ways to learn more because y'all think y'all have all the information. All right, y'all be shooting down ways to spiritually, philosophically look at things from a bigger, broader perspective because you look at too many details. All right, so it's like you got Sagittarius by default, naturally one of the most wisest signs. Gemini by default, one of the most intellectual, intelligent signs in the zodiac. But you see how they both could shoot themselves in the foot with their intellect and their forms of spirituality. So Gemini, you gotta learn to get in that 180 energy and some Sagittarius energy. Value some of that. value experiencing things that's expand, you know, that expands beyond your surroundings right now, Gemini. Okay? Getting into more things that you ain't so familiar with, Gemini. Alright? Seeing what is it that you really learning from your relationships in the past, and seeing how that's going to continue to spiritually expand and help you understand, gain more of awareness how you deal with your relationships, Gemini. Like all of that energy. All of that energy. Alright, Gemini? Cancer. Alright? Cancers. Being wiser about who you connect to and what and how you relate your values. Being wiser about who you connect to and how you relate your values. So, for the most part, Cancers, you guys are water, ruled by the moon. Okay, so, once again, everything with y'all gotta have y'all feeling in it. If a person plays a thing and y'all don't feel it, y'all can't connect to it, alright? If it's something you feel like gonna throw your emotional well-being off, your emotional stability off, you ain't dealing with it, alright? Now, you guys already have the Jupiter influence. Jupiter's exalted in Cancer, so y'all have a whole bunch of wisdom and a whole bunch of creativity. Y'all could be real reserved expressing these things. Y'all may not always feel like expressing these things. Alright? Y'all gotta be in the mood to express these things to others at time and shit. Alright? And then with Jupiter being exalted in Cancer, you know, y'all got a lot of knowledge and wisdom, but y'all can also overdo putting meaning and reasoning into things. Okay? So right now at this time, with this being a fire influence with Jupiter, you guys have to, you know, be more wiser about how you deal with, you know, connecting your emotions at the moment right now. Because it's Venus energy. Venus is dealing with feelings, Cancer. Alright? Venus dealing with feelings, what we love, what we like. Right now, you're prone to create a misunderstanding in your life because this is like an inconjunction. So it's almost the opposite, alright? So right now, this energy could play out with you connecting and placing the feelings in the wrong person, place, or thing right now. This is a time for you to realize who you've been connecting the feelings and emotions to, what you've been emotionally invested into, and how you've been overvaluing it, if you have been. And when it comes to what you value, Cancer, you got to learn to be more expressive of these things right now, too. So, we know you like to wear your actions and your temperament on your mood a lot of the times. A couple of signs know how to do that. Like, almost all water signs know how to do it. Aries, Scorpios, Aries and Scorpios is beasts at it. Like, you just know not to fuck with them based off how they look. They face are like Cancers. You feel me? But we're dealing with our values right now. So Cancers, you guys get emotionally connected to what you value. And right now you guys see the containers of where you put your emotions at. Like, okay, I value that, so I put my emotions into that. This is a negative value. I gotta detach these emotions. I gotta have more discernment how I'm dealing with these emotions right now. Because the universe gonna have me learn some whole other shit right now, connecting my emotions to the wrong people, places, and things at the moment right now. Alright, so you don't want to create these type of misunderstandings, Cancer. Alright, you guys have wisdom, but don't let your pleasures and what makes your emotions feel comfortable right now, don't let the potential of what you see right now, Cancer, cause you to influence you to connect your emotions without the discernment you usually use, because Venus is blinding all of us right now. Alright, Cancer? Leos. This is being able to inspire or enlighten others by how you connect to other people's values or express your values. So let me say that one more time. Being able to inspire or enlighten others by how you connect to their values or how you express your own. All right, Leo? So once again, fire. Okay? This is already a fire energy, so you're already naturally in that expressive energy dealing with creativity, okay? So right now, Leo, you guys have opportunities to enlighten others, like inspire other people to value and appreciate their creativity, their forms of expression right now, just by how you naturally have that courage and self-esteem to have your creative expression, and how you already naturally value your creative expression and diving into forms of entertainment, all right? You already naturally value that. So you're going to be placing opportunities to inspire and enlighten others. You may even want to verbally communicate and let others know, like, yo, you talented at this, boom, boom, boom. Like, you're going to have manifest opportunities to even be seen, all right, as somebody that knows how to creatively express themselves just by how you being you. Just by you being you. Just by you, this being a natural alignment, Leo. So you want to understand that you have this energy, this influence, but you don't want to take it too far. All right, Aries too, Aries and Leos. Y'all both gonna have real manifest situations with this transit to be seen as people that, you know, value their creative expression and examples on how to deal with these things. So y'all don't want to take it too far when y'all start getting that attention, light, praise, or anything that comes with that. All right, universe, you understand, universe is using you right now to be more of an example for these things. Now, Virgo. Virgo, developing new philosophies of what to value and connect to. All right? Developing new philosophies of what to value and connect to. So, Virgo, you mutable earth ruled by Mercury. All right? You love to analyze things in the external realm to see how you could build on things, structure it. All right, you like to see how somebody else getting $1 to see maybe you could add a new way how you about to get to the bag, and everything in your life gotta be structured, organized. You don't deal with spontaneous shit. When it comes to your creative attributes, how you like to express yourself, period, it's calculated, it's organized, it's structured. You went over that shit in your head good enough times before that shit got expressed. So right now, you guys got it's Jupiter energy. So now we're dealing with more, you know, dealing with spirituality, abstract thinking, feeling things out some more, Virgo. Okay, so right now you guys got to be able to see and develop new perspectives and philosophies of what to value. Okay, you may be valuing certain things from a practical level because you understand you valuing this, you working on this is bringing some form of structure, stability, security in your life. But now this is a time to value more your creative attributes, to value some of the wisdom you have to express to the world and how you could utilize these things. All right, Virgo. This is Venus energy, so you guys are also another energy that's debilitated with Venus energy, aka with the way you love, with what you value. So you guys definitely got to use this as a grace period to see the people, places, and things you've been attached to right now, Virgo. You may be attached to, you know, be in some type of relationship. You may be in some type of environment, or you may be placing some value on something that truly doesn't support what you're working on, what you're trying to grow, and what you're trying to bring structure to in your life. So this is a period for you to understand these things and encourage yourself to experience new things, especially new things dealing with expression, especially new things dealing with your creative expression, experimenting with that. All right, Libra. All right, Libra. This is opportunities to see what relationships are valuable and supportive of your values. All right, Libra. So you already know you're the relationship sign. You deal with one-on-one relationships, and you're always analyzing and observing and trying to see how you can connect to others on a one-on-one level, what you could express to others on a one-on-one level, on a more logical thought, on a more logical spectrum. So when we have Libra opportunities, it's this is a sextile. Okay, Libra sextile Sagittarius. That's why I say Libra and Sagittarius, they got like strong friendship energy. Okay, but for the most part, right now, you know, just by you having this alignment, you're gonna be able to see the relationships that you place values on, or you may have been attached to, or you may have been trying to work on and develop more of a balance and harmony in. All right, because a lot Libras, once you're in a one-on-one relationship with somebody, like you uphold this whole responsibility to make sure you're balanced, to make sure you reaching out to the person, you be apologizing when you texting late back or mixed calls or whatnot. So right now is this gonna be a time for you to understand that you gonna be able to communicate and express your value and how it is you want to bring balance to a relationship, but you also about to see which relationships don't even really align with your values, but you've been working on it, you've been trying to balance it, you've been trying to get it aligned, but it's like, damn, what is the value of this relationship? So Libras, at times you guys gotta understand, you create responsibilities in a bunch of relationships because you feel like you need to connect to everybody in some type of justice, fair, balanced type of way. And then that ends up creating way too much responsibilities. You end up getting called wishy-washy. You end up wanting to detach from everybody and being like, fuck it. So right now you're gonna be able to see the bigger picture to all them experiences with your relationships and which ones you've been putting value in. Okay, and when it comes to your personal values, the things you feel like creatively expressing to the world, Libra, not only are you going to have more of an awareness of how to express these things because it's a sextile, it's a gift, but you're going to, once again, back to your relationships, you're going to see how much, once you start feeling like you got to jump into more of an expressive bag of your knowledge and wisdom, of your creative attributes, fire, Sagittarius, you're going to start seeing which relationships you've been working on. It's like, damn, these shits can't even do nothing for my values. I can't even learn nothing about my values. I can't even exchange and connect my values with these relationships anyways. So, like, that's another thing you're going to see, Libra. All right? Scorpio. Seeing new ways to relate and connect your values and emotions. All right? Now, Scorpio, you the neighbor sign. You right next door, all right? This energy's right next door to you, so you're seeing a new perspective of something, all right? But for the most part, we know this energy is dealing with our values, okay? And you're already dealing with water. You're dealing with heavy emotions. You're dealing with the transformation of the emotions because you're real passionate. But all that energy has to be fixed and organized and structured a certain way internally before you express your passions, because that shit need to come out right. You need to make sure you cultivate it the right way. So when we look at you being next door, you're seeing new ways to relate and connect these things, all right? And Sagittarius, this is once again, is mutable. Jupiter is dealing with expansion, so we're trying to find new ways to express and relate our values and our knowledge and wisdom because we're appreciating and supporting it more. But, you know, for Scorpios, there's vulnerability that comes with that expression. There's vulnerability that comes with taking the subconscious energy and pushing it out. So right now, you're going to see new ways to do these things. You're going to gain clarity, all right? You're going to see new ways to cultivate your passions. You're going to develop new creative ways to express the things you're passionate about right now, Scorpio. So don't let these creative ideas go over your head. Sagittarius, valuing your self-expression and how you relate your wisdom, period. All right, you guys are the example right now of how we should be free-spirited with the things we value, how we should understand we're experiencing right now, and we shouldn't be placing no restrictions, no limitations on the things we value, and we want to connect to these things and grow our awareness about our values by connecting to these things and experiencing these things. But y'all gotta be the ones to be able to do this without wilding out. Because if y'all wilding out, we all gonna be wilding out. Venus and Sagittarius, or Sagittarius is period. That goes for Venus and Sagittarius too. All right. So if you got Venus and Sagittarius, that energy applies for you too. You an example right now how we deal with our values and what's going overboard, but what's also making sure we're not placing restriction on our appreciation for our knowledge and wisdom, how we express it and how we connect to it. So Sagittarius, y'all gonna be the first ones to manifest situations. Sagittarius, y'all gonna be the first ones right now to manifest situations. Like, look. This is what I'm talking about. Y'all be the first ones right now to manifest situations where y'all friend is in a bad relationship or something. Your friend is in a negative relationship or something. You be the first one to tell them, like, listen, like on a positive note, you telling them like, yo, you need to express yourself, expand yourself. You feel me? You restricting this relationship. What are you really? so many things you could be experiencing in life right now. You going through all this boom boom. You might just encourage your friend to just go ahead and do her or do him for the night, and just now they done got so hyped and inspired to connect to a new experience or whatnot, because what they valued or whatnot was unorganized, and now they still got to go home and explain what just happened. Okay, regardless if it's a negative relationship or not, that impulsive decision to do things right now. So Sagittarius, you guys are the example of how we got to be wise with our values right now. But y'all gonna be truly valuing expressing your knowledge and wisdom more than ever. So y'all gonna be in examples of how to make sure we get them things expressed in this lifetime. People understand our wisdom. People understand that we know what we know. But y'all can't take it to preacher energy, extreme preacher energy, all right? Because y'all really going to be in the state of feeling like y'all got the word right now. Y'all got the word, all right? So that's the energy my Sagittarius is going to be in, all right? You're going to have a lot of high self-esteem right now for all your ways of creatively expressing yourself right now. There's going to be all type of new creative ideas how you can appreciate and support your creative expression right now, Sagittarius. And people are going to be people are going to truly be influenced and enlightened by the way you express yourself. Capricorn, all right? Seeing new ways to support what you're working on and how you organize your relationships, all right? So once again, Capricorn, you next door where this energy is at. So you're already dealing with working, structuring, and organizing things in your life, especially when it comes to your social status. You want to make sure the way you broadcast and present yourself to the world comes in a efficient manner. Looks like it was polished. Look like it was got some work ethic behind it. Look like something was built. Look like it got a strong foundation. That's how y'all want your appearance to come off. That's how you want things to be when you're working on them. So for the most part, right now, looking next door, you seeing you seeing Venus over there valuing her forms of spirituality. So that's going to give you some new ideas to add, forms of creativity into what you're doing. And is also helping you to expand on your knowledge and wisdom about what you're working on and how you could probably shift things on what you're trying to structure, especially in relationships as well, because we're dealing with Venus energy. So a lot of the times you could feel like you trying to take responsibility of how to bring structure and stability to a relationship. So now you're going to see more harmonious ways you could influence these things without trying to take more of authority in relationship. Could be a co-worker relationship, business relationship. So let make sure these ideas resonate when you catch them. Aquarius, this is the ability to network and express what you value. All right, the ability to network and express what you value. All right, this is air. This is a sextile. You guys are already seeing how you could communicate or align yourself with a certain association or organization or a group of people that relate to the things you're individually into. All right, and you could and you like to gauge and size up if you could build something with these people. You still need to have your individual space. You still need to, you still need to make sure, you still need to let them know, like, all right, we working on this. I still be doing my thing. Y'all do your thing, but we come together. When we come together, we could do things for the collective and whatnot. Because it's just Aquarius, individual. Saturn, Uranus is detached. All right, but right now, just having this alignment, you being the air sign is a sextile. The way you're able to communicate and network what you value right now is going to come with more of it. You have more of an access to be able to do these things. Okay, so creative attributes in your relationships, certain things that you value and you want that to be, you want it to be stamped, or you want to find ways to connect and relate it. You're going to be able to do that in a more harmonious way. Okay. Especially sometimes the way you communicate things could be a little direct, could be a little cold, a little dry. All right, just a little tad bit. That's all. All right, I ain't gonna drag y'all too much. But right now, you're gonna be able to deliver these more direct individual values in a more harmonious way and be able to find relationships that resonate with these things more. All right, so that's like the gift you guys have right now. And you guys are going to be seeing more of the individuals of how you express what you value right now. We're going to be looking at y'all like, damn, this Aquarius, they value that, but they also, that I see how they're being an example of an individual being an example of an individual, because they don't look like that's something that they want to compromise, and they have unique approaches about how they develop that value, how they attack it, how they work on it, how they plan on growing it, networking and communicating it. So y'all just gonna be unique examples of how we could even go about networking and connecting our our values. And last but never least, all right, my Pisces, all right. And this is learning to be more expressive of how you feel and what you value, Pisces. Learning to be more expressive of how you feel and what you value, Pisces. Now, the thing with Pisces, y'all ruled by Jupiter, all right? So y'all ruled by the same energy Venus is in right now, that Jupiter energy, dealing with knowledge and wisdom, how we spiritually expand, how we create new experiences to spiritually expand, all right? How we travel physically or within the mind, all right? AKA studying, learning from others or whatnot. So right now, you guys are the water side of Jupiter. You the feminine side of Jupiter. So you guys like to sink into your experiences and deal with more of the feelings and emotions and see what these things mean and how the experiences impact the feelings and emotions, all right? And connect what you know about the emotions with others. Gain more of awareness how other people deal with the emotions. Like that's your side of Jupiter right there. So right now, this is a time for you to learn how to be more expressive of that. It's a time for you to be more expressive of that, but also understand to be more wise about how you relate your emotions right now. This is Venus energy, and you love Venus energy, Pisces. You love love, all right? You love dealing with appreciation and support, especially when you're around people that, you know, you share mutual interests on with things dealing with creativity, or things that you guys could relate from out of your imagination or subconscious, okay? So right now, this is a time to understand what you're valuing, all right? How you connect the emotions to these things, but also being more expressive of the things that you value when it comes to your creativity. All right? So, family, for the most part, that was Venus in Sagittarius. For the most part, I just want to make sure I run down them energies. I got some things I'm uploading right now on YouTube. I want y'all to make sure that y'all deal with some wisdom with connecting to anything that you value, anything that give you a sense of pleasure. All right? This is the time we truly have to have discernment with that. This is a time that we have to look at the circumstances we're already in and understand how us wanting to expand out of that, how that could affect this current relationship, career, location, my home environment. How does you wanting to express and connect to more and experience more, how does that affect what you already got going on? So it could ground you with more practicality of what you're doing, because we're all gonna feel like valuing and appreciating new experiences, new adventures, new relationships, new people, places, and things, especially if it got the potential to make us feel good. All right? So, family, y'all already know what it is. I'm going to go ahead and get this up on YouTube, and I'm going to tap in with y'all tomorrow. We got a lot to talk about over this weekend, and y'all need to make sure y'all tap into my YouTube so y'all can check out this great conjunction video to understand what energies and influences we dealing with this energy coming up. It's very important energy to understand. All right, family, be safe this weekend. Peace.